At Best Buy, you can always count on getting the latest tech at a great price. Plus, we'll make sure there are
I can't find my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Until you find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home. I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the NECC. I am your host, Jaron Bell, this evening, and again, I cannot wait to get into some action tonight. And of course, there's electricity in the air as always. He knows it. He loves it. He might smile, but right beneath me in that box right there, you see Voltage Plays, the one and only. What is up, my man?
It's going well. I'm excited to see some good Rocket League tonight. Both teams tonight. It's going to be KWU going up against NTC. It's going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. We have a fantastic match on deck for you guys tonight. Northcentral Technical College comes into this match tonight 1-2 on the season. They did have to miss a couple games. They are back at full strength now, so it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back. And of course, this Kansas Wesleyan University team comes in today 2-2 on the season. Had to miss a game due to some unforeseen things, and now they are back at full force as well. So both these teams coming in with all the momentum on their side after a win last week for NTC, and these schools are getting ready to go at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Last week, NTC, we did see on stream, and they are a high-flying, action-paced team, and I'm very curious what KWU is going to be able to do to shut that down and counterattack from that.
Absolutely. We want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that 5 days a week, you can check out esports, collegiate esports action right here live at the NECC. Mondays, we have Madden. Tuesdays, myself and Voltage Plays. Oh, sorry, I pointed to the side. He's actually below me. Voltage Plays are doing Valorant. And Wednesday nights, we have Overwatch. Last night, we had League of Legends on Thursdays. And, of course, we end our week right here live, Friday Night Live, with Rocket League action. So far, the NECC has been off to a fast and furious start, and we are just getting closer, Voltage. The playoffs just right around the corner.
Absolutely. You could tell as the weeks go on, each team is getting hungrier and hungrier, and I feel like the play has just stepped up week after week. So it should be exciting come down to these last 3 weeks now until playoff starts.
Absolutely. We come into week 6 tonight. Both these teams, for KWU at 2-2 and NTC at 1-2, neither one of these teams by any means necessary are out of the playoff picture to go this far. I mean, these teams have options that they can make the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. KWU, according to what I am seeing here, is actually number 2 in the league. So they are looking to defend their spot. NTC is just out of range, but they have a chance to come back into it as we start loading up game number 1.
Absolutely. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, NTC will be in the blue and Kansas Wesleyan University will be in the orange. So just for you guys again, just while you're watching, in orange will be Kansas Wesleyan University. In the blue will be NTC. For those watching, what's the easiest way that you can explain what they're about to see here in this Rocket League action?
They're about to see soccer with cars, but it's not that simple. In a soccer game, on video game, you hit a button to pass. This, you have to control your car, your vehicle, however you need to make the ball with physics travel the way you want it to. So it's a very technical game at times. It's also a very hectic game at times.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have kickoff week 6. The NECC action, the ball played in, Brodell up in the air towards the center as he plays back to the middle. Let's see how this plays out.
Absolutely. Diversity got the ball taken away, but Golden right back at it in a goal to 15 seconds into it. Golden gets a fabulous solo play right here off the wall, takes the read, gets the second touch on it, and easily puts it over the NTC team right there.
Absolutely. Golden, the leading goal scorer for that Kansas Wesleyan University team. It's going to be interesting to watch him and see if he, in some of the matches they've won, they've taken over. Ooh, shot at a cheeky goal there, but it doesn't go in.
Absolutely. We see the teams moving up. I believe that was Lightning in the air. Able to stop that. He gets one in front of his own goal. He's going to try to control it on the wall. Decides to pop it over. Golden gets it again. Hits it awkwardly off of the back of his car there. But it goes in favor of NTC as Koi Boy does take a shot, and Golden is there to shut it down. And another wonderful solo play from Golden. We see him take this ball, hit it off the wall. As it's up in the air, he collects boost and just easily directs it into the goal from the right side.
And, I mean, just unbelievable plays. Heads and shoulders above the competition right now, looking very impressive. Let's see if NTC can counter.
Absolutely, we have a chance, but Diversity dumps. I didn't even catch who that was. Yeah, Diversity takes a pass from the faceoff from Odell, and Frauhorn tries to stop it, but is unable to do so.
Wow, and just an amazing play by Diversity right there. 3-0 lead for this Kansas Wesleyan team.
3-0 with 1 minute off the clock here as Golden tries to control it in his own corner. Lightning challenges, but it does not go past. Golden moves it around a second one, but Koi Boy is there to stop that attacking force. Almost a goal there. Fantabulous pass there from Koi Boy, but nobody is ready for it. And a counterattack comes in from Rodell and the rest of the KWU team. Lightning on his left side gets challenged, is able to keep control of it, but doesn't have the boost to get it centered. Diversity in the corner decides not to take it across its own net, and a team pinch from Brodell and Diversity doesn't go in. Lightning is defending with the rest of NTC back here. Brodell high fly in action. Diversity just misses that one. Golden is the last back for KWU here. Lightning on the wall. Last week he was a big scorer in that game. And unfortunately this time, no action on the goal so far for KWU as they are still on the attacking side of the field here. Koi Boy keeps away from Golden. Open net for Lightning. And he puts it away for the first goal for NTC.
And for Lightning, one of the best goal animations I've ever seen. Lightning, the clouds come up. It's a beautiful goal. And right now, NTC putting a lot of pressure on that Kansas Wesleyan defense. So let's see if they can keep that pressure up as they're down. Now make this a 2-goal game.
Right, so early in this game, they got down 3-0, and they were able to strike back, kind of proving to themselves, you know what, we can score on them, and that was wonderful for them to do early. Get that mentality going, but Golden picks up boost and dumps, but Koi Boy's there to clear. Nobody there following it up for NTC as KWU continues their attack. Open net. Brodell takes a shot. Diversity cleans up Lightning 4-1.
And what a massive shot as Brodell sends it on net. Diversity with the wherewithal to take out with that demolition. If that demolition doesn't happen, that ball gets saved. Huge play and a nice teamwork by Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah, nice, smart heads-up communication there. I like that. Koi Boy trying to control it on the wall. Lightning's there. Oh, and the pass just goes wide. Lightning trying to follow it up. Rodell takes out Koi Boy, so Frauhorn pushes, but it goes over him. Last back is Koi Boy, while Brodell just misses the net. Lightning trying to move it out of his end of the field. Is able to do so over Golden. A little bouncing ball just hits crossbar, and Lightning unfortunately pushes it away.
Oh, and almost a goal there. Let's see, Brodell going to hit, make that back. Here's going to be a shot on goal. Let's see if it goes down. Oh, and just a huge save by Golden, puts it off into the corner.
Yeah, that was a wonderful save. He was last back. If he didn't touch it there, it was a easy goal, but luckily he was there for his team. 4-1 with just over a minute and a half left in the game. And Koi Boy is retreating to defense as the KWU team come to attack.
And this right here is where a player like Golden can shine. When the teams are trying to push that offense, he's able to score those one-on-one goals. Let's see. But for now, the ball stays in the NTC end.
Yeah, it gets out to midfield just for a moment, but goes right back in. Lightning pitches it off the wall. It's not going to be on goal, but he's going to be able to get up there and have an attacking force. They can easily score 3 goals in 4 minutes, but if you've only scored 3 goals in 1 minute, but if you've only scored 1 in the first 4, it's definitely an uphill climb there as Golden, with boost and control, puts a shot on net, but Lightning reads it perfectly with a wonderful save there. Koi Boy pushing up to Lightning, back to Koi Boy, but Golden shuts it down. I can see the teamwork that's coming out from NTC, but Golden twice now just shut it down. Diversity takes control of it. 50s is not able to get to the second challenge, but that was a fantastic first one.
Almost a shot on goal there by Koi Boy. Just the ball was a little high, not have enough boost to get up there to hit that ball in.
Diversity just puts it wide of the net. Brodell does the same thing. Let's see what they can do to continue this attack. Golden is the one staying back, not for long, as he puts it away. 9 seconds left. That's going to be the 5th goal for KWU.
And that's a golden goal, but let's not overlook what Brodell did. Able to sit in that corner, keep possession of the ball, probably communication that Golden was coming, flicks the ball up in the air, and a massive goal to make this 5-1.
Yeah, I have seen several different plays on both sides of the field where you could see that communication was there. They were trusting their teammates. These are two fantastic teams, and right now KWU just is the better team this game. NTC is going to have to come back next game and see what they can do to shut down mostly Golden, but Diversity and Brodell made a big impact for sure.
Absolutely. And if you look at the scoreboard, I mean, it says everything. Golden has come in this year and been the leading scorer in every single one of these KWU matches. The kid is just out of his mind. And it's impressive to watch him play. For NTC, they were able to play, but too many missed opportunities. They had opportunities that there was possibly an open net, not enough boost to get there, double commits on balls in the center of the field. When you have players like Diversity and a top elite player like Golden on the other side, you can't make those mistakes. You have to capitalize on those opens.
Yeah, you can't make the mistakes. Golden, when he's in the air, it looks like just totally different playing fields, at least what I've seen this first game. This is the first time I've seen him play, but he's playing fantastic.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that you can follow us on social media at NECC Games. Again, that's NECC Games on Twitter and Instagram for updates, live action, giveaways, all kinds of content that you can check out on our social platform at NECC Games. And as we get ready to go into this next match, we will be on the same colors, NTC in the blue and KWU in the orange. And for NTC, you know, you did lose 5-1, but you'd like to think that you have an opportunity to get back in this game here.
Oh, absolutely. It's game 2. You're only down 1 game. You could have lost it 50-0. You could have lost it in overtime after 5 minutes of battling. You're still just down 1 game. That's all it is right here. It is a best of 5 series that we are playing tonight as Brodell and KWU make their first attack of the game. Toy Boy is there to shut it down, but Diversity almost follows it up and just misplays it. Golden slows down, playing nice and slow, trying to find a center, but nobody there to follow it up. Oh, and wonderful dunk there from Lightning. Toy Boy there to follow in a demo. Let's see if Frauhorn can get there, and he can, but he misses. But Lightning, the one who started the play, brings it home.
And how about NTC and the way they play as a team? The huge demolition in the net sets that off, gives a little bit of space. The first shot doesn't go off. His teammate is there, as now we kick off in game 2 with a 1-0 NTC advantage.
Yeah, I really like the rotation there. They kept an onslaught, and it was only 4 shots on net, but at the same time, there are 3 players, 4 shots on net, one after another. It's hard to defend against.
100%.
Brodell caught that one from Lightning there, but once again, NTC on the KWU side of the field, but they're slowly getting out as Golden has control. Lightning challenges it. It stays where it is, but a demo. Frauhorn takes out Golden in the corner, and that could be massive, but Diversity is there to shut it down, and Frauhorn brings it up from his side of the field, and Golden shuts that down again. That's back-to-back plays to try to move it out of the NTC side of the field that have been shut down by KWU players. Diversity going up, trying to find a teammate in the middle. It drops straight down. He tries to find Golden, who is slightly off to the right, not able to do so. Lightning pushes that shot over. Toy Boy with the challenge on Brodell, excuse me. Oh, and an own goal coming out from Frauhorn.
Unfortunate. What you want. You felt like NTC was probably playing some pretty decent defense right there, and they just made a mistake on the back end, and the own goal comes out 1-1. Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is disappointing, but like I said, it could be chaotic at times this game, and that's kind of what I was talking about. Good touch from Toy Boy to push it over. Brodell misplays it, but Golden is back, so it's going to be Toy Boy versus Golden. Golden moves it around him. Diversity to follow that up. Golden in the corner. Diversity following him. Oh, and so I don't know if you watch soccer or hockey or any of these sports where you control the ball on the ground. Almost sometimes not touching it is a better play than touching it, and Golden showed that off right there with a wonderful play to Diversity. Didn't get the assist, but he was as much a part of that play as Diversity was.
Absolutely. Leaves the ball and makes a goal. The ball's played into the KWN. Golden is up. Let's see here as he plays it in. No shot on goal. Big save. And it just goes over Coyboy. The ball's on the KW side, but right back.
Coyboy jumps up the air to shut that down. Golden puts it on net, takes Frauhorn and Lightning to save it. Can they do it again? Yes. Brodell takes a shot on net, and the NCC team shuts it down. Good challenge. Diversity in the corner. Coyboy comes out of net to shut it down. Golden with another onslaught. It's unstoppable. 1-3 KW halfway through game number 2.
And my goodness, you have to give it to this KW team. Not only have they made some mistakes and gave up a goal early, but they are just onslaught, non-stop, pedal to the metal right now.
Yeah, at this point, NTC is really hoping Lightning strikes twice as they are down 1-3. They need to move it out. Lightning, their only goal scorers so far this game. Coyboy tries to move it forward and get some attacking pressure there. Not able to do so. Gets a demo, which I'm not even sure if he knew he was there. Just got a demo on his defensive side, so that sends the player all the way back to the other side of the field. Diversity versus Frauhorn. He gets it over, but it's not on net. Frauhorn reads it in the corner, but not exactly what he wanted to do. And a misplay once again as Golden just pops it over and reads it off the wall.
I mean, how about Golden? Look at this replay right here. This is a goal between 3 defenders. Look at this. Left side of the net. You know that you're upsetty spaghetti if you're those 3 defenders right now, because that is not what you want to be at a highlight for.
And it wasn't just the fact that it was, a goal against 3 players. It was a goal that looked so simple for him to do, and he almost did it again, but Brodell messes it up. His teammate comes in, tries to assist, but is actually hindering him from scoring there as Diversity picks it up. Frauhorn challenging. Diversity brings it around 2-1 to play in the net. Lightning brings it out. Frauhorn now in the net. They fantastic defensive rotations as Golden shuts it down. Lightning was moving up for a fantastic pass there, and Golden just demos him. Frauhorn off the backboard trying to set it down, but not able to do so. Golden gets demoed. Coyboy with the ball, not able to make a second touch on it there. Coyboy backing up. Front flips coming in from Diversity. Golden's there, chips it off the crossbar. Bar down, as they say, and we have the same score line as we did in game number 1.
Wow. And if you look at this replay, just every single touch is precise. Puts it in the net. Golden has just shown why he is what he is, why he's the leader of that team, and it's just impressive to watch.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't seen one player stand out as much as we have seen Golden today on the games that I have been here for. It's quite outstanding, and then his skill level is very high because all of these players in here, they're very good players, and he's just making it look easy. Brodell trying to push it out, but it leaves it center. Frauhorn centers up, and Lightning almost catches it, but he does not. Hits the crossbar out. Still on the KW side of the field, and I spoke too soon as Brodell sends it out and centers it. Frauhorn with a good touch to the corner, but they need to clear it because they still are on defense. They are having trouble getting it out as Coyboy makes me bite my lips and not say anymore because he brings it out of the side of his field, and that was almost a goal from Frauhorn, but Golden just drops straight down and shuts it down.
And that's, I don't know if you saw that there, Bolt, but that's 2 saves back-to-back in a row. Both those shots on goal, Golden just shuts it down. It's more than impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive that he was able to do that back-to-back, but neither of them had speed. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for so quick that the other player can't react, or so precisely placed that they can't reach it even if they had time. And it just wasn't there.
Well, and you just have to be impressed with the way that this KW team is playing right now. Golden and Diversity, both freshmen there at Kansas Wesleyan University. Brodell comes in as a senior. This team is put together well, and you know what? They are showing why they are that second team in this division in the playoff race, and it's impressive. But if you're NTC right now, I hate to say it, but it's not that you're overmatched. Golden is by far outplaying anyone else on the field right now. But in reality, there have been mistakes by this Kansas Wesleyan team. There have been a couple double commits. There have been some misplaced shots by Brodell. But NTC just not able to capitalize on those mistakes, Voltage.
Yeah, they haven't been able to capitalize on the mistakes quite yet. But I think that they have a good opportunity in the third game. This is a team that went, I believe that was the 5 games against CMU 2 weeks ago. I mean, they're able to come back. They're able to fight through. They're able to be a competitive team. So I'm curious what, like, I see Blast is in here, and I think that's a substitution. Blast for who?
Yep.
Right. So Blast came in, and I'm missing a name, and it'll come back to me during the game. But Boy Lightning and Blast will round out the blue side at NTC, and it's still looking like it's going to be the same teams from KWU, but they may still have a sub yet. As we're taking a quick break, what I'm looking for NTC is to be able to tell that they're communicating. No double commits. None of that needs to happen. They're all good players on this field. They can trust each other, play together, and move up as a unit. Maybe not everybody up right next to the goal, but too many times I see one player dribbling it out and able to get past 2 or 1 and get it onto the KWU side of the field, and then they go for a pass or try to find a teammate, and nobody's there. So I'm looking for them to move as a unit, work together, and just settle down and focus. They can bring it back. I mean, they've scored against them both games. It's not like they're an impenetrable wall. And most of these goals have been slight mistakes, not big mistakes, but slight mistakes on their side that KWU has been able to capitalize on.
And when you make those little mistakes against some teams, there might be a margin of error. The problem being when you try to make a mistake or you take a soft shot on goal, one of the issues is Golden is always there. The kid does not go away. And so if you are NTC, you have to play almost perfect Rocket League, because even though KWU makes some mistakes, those mistakes being made by other players on the team, Golden is right there to play at a stellar level. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but in Rocket League, it's hard to stop one person because of all the rotations that you're having to make. But they have to do something, because Golden is just running away, trying to push KWU to a 3-0 victory right here.
Yeah, it's hard to focus on one person, because you don't like, and I go back to hockey because that's what I watch. You don't have a goalie sitting there ready to block the net, so you can leave one guy a little bit alone and double team another guy. It's not like that. It's a whole team. Normally when you're, defending, say Koi Boy's bringing up the field and Golden goes head to head with them, both of those players are out of the game just for, a couple seconds, but it gives an opportunity, an opening in some cases. So it's very difficult to have a situation where you can focus on one person.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead. Okay.
Frownhorn. That's right. Frownhorn is out. Blast is in for NTC. And so at this point, like demos is a good way to do that, but you're not having anybody defend. You're taking a man away temporarily to take another guy away for a longer temporary time. I don't know how to explain that any better, but
well, and one of the things, the meta in this game for the recent future has been bumping and demolition. Has been here, meaning what the style of play is in the competitive ranks. I mean, Voltage, it is the way the game is played. So we're getting ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at kickoff. We remind you, Kansas Wesleyan is up 2-0 in this best of 5 series. They can win this match right here as we have kickoff on Friday Night Live Rocket League here at the NECC.
Absolutely. Like I said, NTC does have Blast in, and he's looking to make an explosion here, and that he does. It's Diversity Demo Zone. And Golden, with fantastic positioning, he sees all NTC players on the left side of the net there, and he's just ready to just pop it on the right side, right center. 14 seconds in the game after kickoff. 14 seconds, and he's
It's unbelievable.
making it look easy. Lightning with a win on the face-off, but Brodell is there. Off the backboard, decides not to challenge it, decides to be ready for the shot, which is a fantastic idea there from Diversity. Blast moving up, not picking up boost, choosing boost over ball fantastically. And I know it's only 30 seconds in, but outside of the double commit there from Koi Boy, who was able to get back in time, I think it's been a more mechanically rounded game so far on the side of NTC. Blast only one in net. Moves up. It is open. If Brodell got it around him and on net, that would be a second goal there. Lightning's having to push it to the side. Blast and Koi Boy playing together, and I look like bump each other, but I could be wrong. Diversity sending it off the roof, and it sends straight down. Koi Boy is able to push it out, but Brodell is right where he pushed it to. Lightning moving into the left side of the field. Really, I thought waiting for a teammate to come, but he doesn't have boost. Able to pick up the mid boost, but that means he's not in front of the net to help his team. Diversity picks up a pass from Golden. Koi Boy off of the wall. Not able to control it on his way down. Had no boost once again, and it looks like Lightning and the NTC team are making their second attack of the whole game a minute and a half in.
Well, and it looks to me like they can't even try to turn offense because Kansas Wesleyan is consistently rotating and keeping the ball in their end as Koi Boy sends it to the middle of the field, but Golden is right there to watch this shot from Blast. Slow plays it, pops it up.
I mean, KWU is really showing you what fantastic rotation looks like. Golden moving it up, has an opportunity in front of the net, does not get there. Drops it down for Diversity, but goes over the net, and Lightning's there to keep it going. Blast and Diversity meet in the corner, and Diversity is the winner of that one. Koi Boy meets him, and it's a 50-50 battle right there in the corner. Nobody wants to step in and get out of position because they're waiting for the ball to pop up to make their move. Brodell was back waiting, ready to play defense, but he doesn't need to as he brings it up the side of the field. Diversity. I saw somebody high flying, and I assumed, but Diversity from the wall sends it in, and just a floater. Just a fantastic floater. Watch this as Golden gets the ball from almost the wall, but just really doesn't put a lot of power on it, but places it top right perfectly where nobody was.
Just a one tap, one shot, unbelievable goal to push this to 2-0.
Yeah, it was fantastic there, and it was a teamwork effort. You saw Diversity and Brodell making their offensive presence be known, and not a whole lot there from Golden until that goal comes in. He waits for his time to strike, doesn't overcommit, doesn't push himself to the extreme, and that might be an opportunity there from Blast, who's not able to get a touch on that one, but they did have a great opportunity. KWU bringing it down the other side with Brodell leading that charge. Diversity really close behind him. Decides to back up and settle the ball down, but they don't settle it down, and almost a shot there from Lightning. Diversity gets some help there from Brodell in the corner, but Koi Boy pushes it on. Last one back was Golden, who handles it cleanly, and that's just off left of the net until Diversity touches it, and Koi Boy flying across the net just pushes it to the side. It was fantastic play by him. Blast pushing it farther. It's just this defensive and offensive rotation, and they're waiting to see who breaks first. Koi Boy trying to find Lightning in center, but Blast steps up to push and make his presence known be there. The pressure is mounting as Lightning in the air. Doesn't get the touch he wanted. He wanted a little bit more speed on that, but it was a fantastically placed ball. Diversity pops it up. Koi Boy is there to get the pass from Lightning, and Blast picks it up from Koi Boy. Lightning, with a floater of his own that doesn't go in as Golden shuts that down.
Too much. Perfect little drop shot pass, had the teammate in position, but Golden just too much pressure, too much awareness to get there and push that ball out.
Yeah, this game is so much closer, so much more balanced, I want to say. As Koi Boy pushes it off to Lightning. Lightning from the wall gets a miss hit there, tries to follow it up. Both of his teammates try to help him, and that they weren't able to do that. Diversity to Golden, Golden over to, I was hoping Brodell moved up and we would have a tic-tac-toe situation, but Koi Boy in the front of the net keeps it pushed over. They're not going to be able to get there, and a fantastic second touch from him to disrupt any players on the KWU side of things. 2-0, 3-0 in the series, I should say, and that's going to do it. KWU is going to be the winner of this Week 6 series.
Well, and it was a fantastic matchup. And we, you know, as we came into this match, honestly, Volt, this is not the way that I thought this match would play out. Kansas Wesleyan, just unbelievable dominant performance. And wow, it was very impressive the way that they handled themselves out there.
Yeah, it was very impressive, but it's just the fact that nothing was able to get going for the NCC team. And when it did, KWU was there to shut it down. I haven't seen our team so far so mechanically minded and positionally aware of where everybody is. It was a lot of fun to watch, and they really put on a clinic of what you want to do when you're playing high caliber teams.
Absolutely. And again, we can't stay. I mean, there's no question. If you had to make an MVP of this match, I think we can both agree that it was Golden. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a challenge. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words after that.
I completely understand. Guys, again, Kansas Wesleyan University moves to 3-2 on this season with this win here in Week 6 over Northcentral Technical College. Northcentral Technical College is in Wisconsin, so they are dealing with some cold weather up there, but the real amount of cold was how cold this Kansas Wesleyan team came out, ice in their veins, and put on a performance. It was unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we do want to remind you that we are just getting started. Big thank you to everyone in the chat. A lot of Yote fans, a lot of other things. Big shout out to, let's see, they're talking about hippos. I don't know what that means, but great stuff in the chat. We appreciate you guys. If you are brand new, make sure you hit that follow button in our chat. We have over 500 people to our platform. We are so blessed to be there. And guys, we are just getting started here in about, let's call it 15 minutes. In about 15 minutes, about 10 to 15 minutes, we are going to have the second match of the evening as Central Methodist University comes in at 2-1. One of the top-ranked teams in this league is going to be on tap here shortly in about 10 minutes, facing off against St. Ambrose University. Now, St. Ambrose comes into tonight at 0-2, but they have dealt with things as far as the pandemic goes, and like a lot of places are, so they've missed a couple games, and so they're trying to bounce back. And so I am interested to see how that St. Ambrose team bounces back against CMU.
It should be fun to watch. Everybody, like we said at the beginning of the cast, everybody's fighting for a playoff spot at this point. They're looking to win. It's the initial season of the NECC, and they're looking to make their name a part of the NECC history right here.
Absolutely. Big shout out to ZDVS1. Thanks. He said, great job, JB and Voltage, man. So big love to the Twitch chat, man. We appreciate you very, very much. Okay, guys, listen, we want to say thank you one time. We want to say thank you to our partners. Thank you to our friends at Helix Esports for all they do with us behind the scenes to try to take collegiate esports to the next level. We have a very exciting announcement coming very soon with Helix Esports. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. And you might be watching a replay of this performance, or you might be watching it live on ESTV, our linear TV partner, now available on Samsung TV Plus, the Roku channel, Vizio, plenty of options where you can pick up ESTV, providing you esports action from around the globe on their platform a lot of the time. And of course, last but not least, thank you to our friends at HyperX. I know I've got my 7.1s on. Is it 7.1, right? I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, I got my 7.1s on. Big thank you to HyperX. Some of the best gear in gaming now comes to the NECC. Voltage, we're going to have to get you one of these headsets soon.
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine in the mail. I'm very excited for that one.
Absolutely. It is going to be fantastic. Guys, again, we are less than about 10 minutes away from that second matchup of the evening. Stay tuned right here. We will stay live and bring you more Friday Night Rocket League action for our commissioner, Jacob Van Ryan, our executive producer and director of esports, Caleb Glooby. behind the scenes tonight, making sure we have all the information that we need. And of course, y'all give it up one more time right below me, my main man. You can check him out on Tuesday nights with me on Valorant. I love it. No, he points up.
I feel like I'm in an episode of the Brady Bunch.
And I look down and you look up. It's fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for being here. My producer is laughing in my ear and it's hard to think over it. But thank you again for being here. And until next time, my name is Jaron Bell for Voltage Plays and all of us here at the NECC. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. GG's, and we are the NECC, and we will see you shortly in about 10 minutes. Have a good night.
Up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll fly.
Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to the NECC. And it is Friday Night Live. That means it's Rocket League time here at the NECC. And I know Megan Trainor say it at best sometimes, where she said it's all about that bass, But tonight it's not true. It is about that bass. And Oliver Bass from the past is in the building below me. What is up, my guy?
Not much, Jaron. Just ready to see some high-flying Rocket League action. I'm very excited for the teams we got coming up in front of us. So we got CMU versus St. Ambrose. I'm excited for the matches here, and I'm excited for the matches we got following up. We've got 2 more matches left tonight, so all y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to be around, and we got a lot of Rocket coming up.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, do not be fooled, because my man will get that energy level up. I'm just a little too much. He'll come up with me. Ain't that right, Oliver? Just a little. He hadn't had his coffee yet, folks.
I got to see that high-flying action. I'm ready to see it. I'm excited to see what happens. First goal, you're going to hear me screaming like there's no tomorrow. So I'm excited to see what we got coming up.
And ladies and gentlemen, we will remind you that this CMU team comes in tonight 2-1 on the season, 2-1 on the season, and St. Ambrose University comes in here at 0-2. Now, again, St. Ambrose was not able to compete in some of the early matches just due to some issues, but now they are here. They are at full force. They are back in this league, and we are excited to have them. It is going to be a fantastic matchup. Before we get started, we want to remind you that you can check out esports, collegiate esports action at that, right here live at the NECC 5 days a week. Monday nights we have Madden. Tuesday nights we have Valorant. Wednesday night is Overwatch Wednesday. Thursday nights, like last night, you can see my buddy Ethan Dolan as League of Legends is live. And of course, Friday night, you see myself and Voltage Plays and Bass from the Past as we are here for Friday Night Live and the NECC Rocket League division. And tonight we have the Champions Division on tap. And I tell you what, we are ever so close, right around the corner. Bass, we are so close from this playoff season. I mean, it's getting intense.
Oh yeah, we're very close right now. All of these games count more than ever. Every single win that you have is bettering your seed for as you get into the playoffs, and it gives you a closer chance to getting the playoffs if you're one of these teams who hasn't had as great of a first beginning to the season. So this is really where it's make or break for a lot of these teams, and I'm really excited to see what they do when their backs are truly against the wall.
And like you said, you know, speaking of not being out of it, how about St. Ambrose? They're 0-2 on the season. Well, even at 0-2, a win right here against the CMU team can go a long way to boosting you up for a playoff run.
Absolutely. If you're able to get a win here, next win after that puts you at even. So that's a huge difference from starting off 0-2. They've got plenty of time left to do that. So it'd be incredible for them to get off to a successful start here today and have a really good series to put out for all of our fans here. So I'm very excited. I don't know about you, Jaron, but I'm just anxious waiting for this series to start.
Oh, man, I am like a cat on an oilskin Texas roof in the afternoon. I am all over the place. I am ready to get into this action. We are so close. I think we are hitting ours right now. It looks like we will have CMU in the green and St. Ambrose University in the blue. You can hear the cars revving up. We're 3 seconds away. Welcome to Friday Night Live, and welcome to the NECC.
And we are underway already. We're seeing very fast-paced action out of both teams here. Maverick going up for a touch he can't quite get to, but Phantom will be there for the backup. So something I saw you and Voltage talking about in the last series that I think is also going to come into play here is how well these teams play rotationally. Obviously, they've had many times to face up against each other, see each other on stream now. So it's about how they play the rotations, how clean they play as a cohesive unit, really. And that'll be the big difference between these two teams.
And there's oh my goodness, that ball almost ricocheted back in, hits the top crossbar, ball played up to the center. And like you said, communication beyond important, especially in games like Rocket League, where you will see one man back, two teams rotating. Like it is, I mean, I don't think there's many other games where communication could be more important on who's rotating.
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the biggest things about rotations in Rocket League is if one person blunders, the whole team blunders. Then you have to try and make up for that person who's made a mistake, and you have to try and continue playing off of said mistake. And unfortunately, that's just sort of how it is with Rocket League. If your team's not playing up to par, that means you're not playing up to par. It's all or nothing in a game like this.
Absolutely. Let's see. The ball could have in, thought maybe an opportunity. It looks like Phantom going to go up and play a 50-50 ball that drops straight down. Sloth plays it. Maverick able to clear it, but it's on net. Sloth, no, a demo at the spot. Man, what an opportunity there for St. Ambrose.
So close with that. The demo play has already really come into to be a factor here already in this series very quickly. I think we've already seen 2 or 3 demos come out of everybody off of St. Ambrose, but we'll see how that continues throughout this series. We've seen teams use that to advantage, but we've also seen teams just break rotations to go for demos, and that doesn't really do a whole lot. So we'll see what type of St. Ambrose team we're going to see today. One that's going to be physical for the sake of advancement, or just one that's being physical for the sake of being physical.
Absolutely, and we talked about that in the last match. The amount of, here's a shot on goal. It's a little high off the backboard. Phantom going to play this back in, but Sloth is right there. Man, lots and lots. A huge demo in the corner by Sap. This should turn the tables for St. Ambrose.
Again, the demos coming out here over and over again. We continue to see them. And a big part of that is they're not letting CMU get set up on an offense there. Every time that they take a player out of the equation, they have to be a little bit more cautious at midfield and hope that the ball doesn't get popped to their own half and then a counterattack comes. So it's a good way of holding off CMU, especially if you're starting to feel the pressure of their offense. But right now it's 0-0. Both teams, could be the one to score here. Phantom tries to take a shot, but not quite in.
And Bass, what a good play that was. You could see that was a pass on purpose. Bug up, put that blast down, but the Sap was just there to knock that ball off and have a huge save as the ball is massively played into the CMU side.
Oh, my word. A whole bunch of whiffs coming out of both teams, though, there. That had me nervous for both halves there at CMU. I was worried they were about to get scored on immediately. Oh, but wait a minute. They're going to take it the other end. Phantom, he's going to actually be the first one to score here. It's not going to be St. Ambrose.
And that looks like a bit of an, I don't know, maybe a bit of an overcommit, but then also had the opportunity to play that ball back. A mistouch by St. Ambrose, and I mean, Phantom runs it down and puts it in a wide open net. Doesn't get easier than that, Bass.
Oh, absolutely, and I think you're 100% on the money when you say that. That's a bit of an overcommit. When you're the last player back there, the best thing you can do is buy time for your team to get set up on the back half. Unfortunately, I believe it was Sloth. Don't take that for certain there, but whoever cheated up on that play, unfortunately, they just didn't give enough time to their team to get back there, and that was an open net for them to shoot upon. So a big thing, like we mentioned in rotations, you make one mistake, it affects the whole team. They've got to be careful of when they commit like that.
Yeah, absolutely. As the ball's played to the center here, I thought Maverick was going to have an opportunity. Roadrunner follows it up.
Oh, my word.
That was a massive play, and let's not see.
Watch.
He gets tied up with Maverick there, and Bass, what a play.
You just got to watch Maverick on that play. The entirety of that play, all you see is Maverick just being an absolute nuisance to everyone off of St. Ambrose there, continually tying up the goalie there, and really, really good play out of him specifically. So now 2-0 with about a minute left here. This is not the position that St. Ambrose want to be in. Their backs are against the wall for certain here.
Absolutely. Shot on goal, nothing there. And again, St. Ambrose has to try to turn momentum. As of right now, they can't get anything going.
They're having a lot of difficulty getting out of their own half at this point. CMU, they've seemed to figure out the key to this defense here. They're continually putting pressure, and a big part about it is they're also seemingly keeping the entirety of St. Ambrose on low boost. At any moment that they have boost, they at least make them waste it. You saw the aerial come out there, and still, everybody off of CMU doing a good job of keeping position. Finally, they're going to come out of their own half, and St. Ambrose are going to have a chance. But I don't think this one's going to be very long-lived. This one already back onto the other half, and Phantom going to try to rip off a shot here. Can he get the double tap? No way!
Oh, what a goal. He caught it in the middle of the field. Look at this replay. The ball is tapped down. Phantom gets it up, plays it off the backboard, and just a small tap to the right corner of the net. What a highlight goal for Phantom.
And you knew that was coming. You saw him flying through the air, getting ready for the shot. The question was there going to be a defender up to contest him? But Phantom, luckily, was able to get there before anyone could get a good save and just absolutely ran through the defense there. 3-0 now with about 20 seconds left. And I think it's pretty safe to say CMU have absolutely dominated in this first game. Are going to take the first win here in this series.
Absolutely, and you would just hope that for St. Ambrose, you just want to try to get out here with as clean of a sheet as you can. Not that, no! Goodness gracious. Oh! And Roadrunner, they were trying not to score an own goal, but nobody looked to block the Roadrunner as he says, beep, beep, and puts it in the bottom of the net. Wow!
You can't see my hands right now, but they're all just, oh my word, I'm just freaking out, like trying to figure out what happened there on that play. I'm just like, the amount of just confusion I have over that own goal, unfortunately. That was not the touch they were looking for, but really, if that ain't a perfect sort of analogy for how this initial game was played, St. Ambrose definitely not playing their cleanest Rocket League here in this first game, looking a little bit awkward throughout the match, especially when it came to their defense.
Absolutely, and I don't mean to make a throwback cartoon reference, but if CMU is the Roadrunner, I mean, right there, St. Ambrose absolutely looked like the Coyote because nothing could go their way. They try and try and try and still not able to capitalize on anything they could get going. And Oliver, as you look at this, I mean, to me, it's pretty simple. They continued to put pressure on them, and for St. Ambrose, they just couldn't get the ball out of their own end.
Yeah, they really just didn't have a lot of opportunity to get off their own half, and that really is reflected in the scoreline. If you look at the total, 13 shots for CMU and 2 saves for the team versus St. Ambrose only had 3 shots, yet they had 8 saves. So St. Ambrose really were on their own half pretty much the entire time, trying to figure out a way out. And unfortunately, we've said this before, and I'll continue to say it, a save is not the same thing as a clear. If you're not able to transition that save into something to get off your own half, it really doesn't mean much. It's just sort of delaying the inevitable as another shot's going to come in within a couple of seconds.
And again, for St. Ambrose, you know that they played really good defense for the first 3 minutes of that match. Those goals came towards the end of that first match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a best of 5 series, so plenty of time for St. Ambrose to bounce back here. And Bass, I don't know what you think, but for me, I think St. Ambrose can play with this CMU team. They had opportunities. They played defense. They were able to get some balls on the other end, not as much as they would like. But for 3 minutes, this was a tight game.
Mm-hmm. It was a very close game back and forth. Really, the biggest thing about the entire thing would be if St. Ambrose can try and transition their team, like transition out of their half cleanly, get the same similar shots, because their shots were not bad. They just need to get out of their own half a little bit more cleanly, or they're going to have some issues. That's the biggest thing about the entirety of that game, is just sort of getting out of their half cleanly, being able to transition cleanly, and moving quickly with the ball. That's something we saw CMU do the entire game, so if St. Ambrose can copy that, they've got a great shot.
Absolutely. So we will see how that plays out as we get ready to bounce back for this game number 2. I think we are getting pretty close to ready. Have a little bit of a pause in the action. We're going to stay tuned for that. And Oliver, one of the things I'd like to touch on, you know, you spend a lot of your time... Somebody get there.
Looks like we're having some issues at the moment. Unfortunately, my Rocket League is freezing for some reason.
All right, we just have a little bit of a delay here, some technical difficulties on our end, guys. We'll get that up for you. And I have action for you. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now it looks like St. Ambrose will be in the let's call that orange, and CMU will be in the blue. So let's see how this plays out. Maverick going to try to play the ball inside, and I will let Oliver get it fixed on his end. He will be shortly right behind us, and Phantom plays it to the side. Ball played to the center. Here's Sloth with an opportunity for CMU, but it's off. Sorry, for St. Ambrose. Ball played to the center. That is fine. I see you, Bastard. Absolutely. Play shot into the middle. Ollie not there. Maverick going to play this ball to the center. Roadrunner there. And Phantom plays it back again. Here's a shot on goal. Phantom! CMU puts it in like they didn't see the Phantom coming, and that is a massive goal to put in the right corner of the net. Man, what a goal. And ladies and gentlemen, again, best of 5 series here, as it is 1-0 in game 2 for CMU and 1-0 in this match. So let's see how it plays out as the ball is played to the CMU side. Here's a wide open opportunity. Ollie says, I will take that opportunity and I will put it in the net. What a goal by Ollie, and it is 1-1. St. Ambrose able to respond. Wow, what a goal. And with this kickoff, you're going to want to try to watch and see if that plays. And oh my goodness, there was almost another St. Ambrose kickoff goal, but now the ball played to the other end. Huge save by Sapp. St. Ambrose changing the momentum of this game, putting the pedal on, realizing that CMU was able to put too much pressure on there and they had to flip the script and change that up. So let's see if they can do it. Ball put in the side. Here's a shot for CMU. It's not going to go. Ollie going to play that to the side. Let's see what St. Ambrose does here. 50-50 ball does not go their way. Phantom plays it to the center. Ollie able to flick in the middle. Maverick sends it to the right side. CMU looking for an opportunity here. Here's an opportunity. Shot to the backboard. Can he get it to go down? Oh, and it's just off to the right and not followed by Phantom. Wow, what an almost opportunity right there. Here's an opportunity. Oh, that is a massive save. And somebody has to get back for St. Ambrose.
And I am finally back. I apologize for that to everybody. We had a couple technical difficulties. Oh, but the perfect timing, huh?
Woo! And you are back as Roadrunner hits it from almost midfield straight through and puts it in the bottom of the net. Goal, CMU.
And it looks like within the time that I've been gone, CMU have managed to hold on to the momentum. They did let in a goal, so finally a little bit of that streak is broken and St. Ambrose have a shot here. But unfortunately, it looks like I came back just as CMU were starting to feel themselves all over again. The mojo back on their side, and they're up 2-1 with only about a minute left now.
Absolutely, and let's see how it's played here. Going to be put down to the inside. St. Ambrose really looking here, Oliver. I mean, they came out very aggressive. Unfortunate goal there. Let's see as Phantom puts one off the backboard.
I can already tell within just the little bit of time that I've been able to watch them here in the second game, they have been extremely fast-paced. This is a much different team than what we saw in the first half, or in the first game, I should say, where they were very hesitant to go to the ball. Now you see them diving for everything, and it looks like it's working out pretty well for them. They're maintaining possession, ooh, and taking ridiculous shots at that. That one almost dropping through.
Almost puts in a massive demo right there. Here's an opportunity. Oh my goodness, what a play by CMU as there's nobody back yet. He has to hit this. Oh, and it's off the mark. Wow, what a play right now. These guys are getting aggressive from both these teams.
Both teams really diving at the ball as if every single possession matters, like the entire game is on the line, which for St. Ambrose, it's not untrue. Right now, they need to score. They've got about 10 seconds left. They need one good possession, but unfortunately, I was going to say, no one's home. I think without that redirect, we were going to 3-1. But St. Ambrose have been given a gift. This ball going to stay up. Can they run with it? Oh, no, just not quite able to get there. CMU going to take a 2-0 lead here in this series.
And with that goal, and what an unfortunate goal. You saw St. Ambrose, they started out this game, they started it with more and more aggression for sure. You could tell they came out, they realized that they weren't able to push the ball out of their side of the field, and they did that this time. They pushed the ball very heavy, and it worked their way. They got an early goal out of it, just not able to stop that unfortunate second goal from CMU. But you have to think, I mean, Bass, if you're St. Ambrose, you have to think that that's something you want to retry again and maybe put some more momentum like that fast pace as you did in that game.
Oh, absolutely. If you're St. Ambrose there, you got to run with what worked there. The biggest thing for CMU there was that they were not expecting the speed that came out in that second game. That was completely different to what we had seen previously. So a big thing about that is that if they can try and run with that momentum, just the momentum of the single goal they did have, that's going to be huge. So what they have to do here is come out into this next game explosive right off the bat, be in CMU's face. Don't let them have any possessions that are too extended. Don't let them play around with the ball for too long. Just immediately dive on everything and just make them feel uncomfortable. There really is a lot of benefit to keeping a team super, super awkward because they just don't get confident touches. First game we saw that with St. Ambrose where they had 1 million saves but never got out of their own half. So if they can flip the script here in game 3, I think we have a very long series ahead of us.
Absolutely. And I'm interested to see as we are 3 seconds away. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have kickoff in game 3. CMU looking to take advantage and take a 3-0 win in this series. St. Ambrose just needing this game to stay alive.
Absolutely. They're really backs against the wall. We've said it a couple of times today, but this is extremely big for St. Ambrose. I believe, as you mentioned, going into this one, St. Ambrose is 0-2. They do not look like a team that is 0-2, but if they're able to if they can get a win here and just run with that momentum, they've got a good shot at bringing themselves back to 500 by the end of the season. But it stands right now, there's a lot in between that, as CMU have played incredibly well.
Absolutely. And again, like you said, I think that's so crucial. As here's a almost shot, here's the follow, and another save! A massive save in goal for St. Ambrose. Wow, what a goal. Hopes and dreams trying to stay alive. My goodness.
They continue to make these saves, but unfortunately, notice where they are yet again. They've made 2 saves. They still have not. Oh, wait, now they've gotten out of their half. A little bit of a miss at midfield, and this could be an opportunity. This one laid down low, not going to turn into much, but just notice how after they made those saves, they still stayed on their half for so long. They need to run with those saves. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of hesitation. If one player makes a save, you have to be the next player to back them up and get it off their half. Unfortunately, that just doesn't come through yet. And as a result, still no score on the board for either team.
Wow, absolutely. And let's see, man, I know this St. Ambrose team, and I'm not just rooting for them against CMU. CMU is a fantastic program, but I want to see, oh my goodness. Oh no, was that his own team? Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it's going to
turn into Are you kidding me?
Way.
Are you kidding me? The bump in the goal, he bumped the own player into making not an own goal, but a save against his teammate's shot because of the bump. The counterattack turns into a St. Ambrose goal. That was, I heard my producer in the background say, a 2000 IQ, and it's a kickoff goal! Oliver, what is happening right now? This is insane!
See, the biggest thing I've always heard for when people yell this is Rocket League is never when incredible plays happen. It's always when people who you know are some of the most talented players on the planet start playing as if they're in like gold or something. And it's maybe one of the most entertaining things to see ever. We went from a save off of a bump to an own goal to immediately then a kickoff. That type of, really, you could see that at any rank of Rocket League. It's incredible to watch how quickly momentum goes from super high pace, super high skill to just chaos on the field. So right now, this really does look like absolute chaos on the field. Both teams trying to just get a feel for the rotation again and get back to normal.
And you have to feel for St. Ambrose. They had an opportunity, such an opportunity there with that 1-goal advantage and the kickoff goal for CMU right behind it. St. Ambrose needing to win this game, and unfortunate and a huge demo right there.
And again, you see now this is the worst place for St. Ambrose to be. We've seen so many times they have struggled to get off their own half once they get their backs against the wall and they play on their back heel on defense. So right now they need one quick transition out of their half or you know the inevitable is coming. and CMU are going to score again. They're doing a good job here right now. Maverick actually just gets juked out. So now Saps has got an opportunity. Can someone for St. Ambrose bang this one home? No, not quite.
See here, and for St. Ambrose, they need the opportunity. Here's a 2v1 situation, but it's played up in the air and demoed.
Again, this is just looking so chaotic. You see the bump between Sap and Sloth on the backboard there. Right now, St. Ambrose, they've got to be careful. We've seen this play develop so many times before. If they continue to waste boost and waste possessions, they're not going to have a great rest of this game. That's a nice shot out of Sloth there, so a good change of pace here. St. Ambrose, they need to score on this possession, and unfortunately not able to get out yet again. They're making me very nervous with the second half of this game. Oh, and that's why. That is exactly why the defensive rotations break down for just a half a second here. And with no one home, Maverick realizes he can bang this one through.
My goodness. And like you said, for St. Ambrose, you almost feel for him. You feel like they are playing fantastic defense and they are hanging in this game. And just one mistake, CMU is there to capitalize.
It truly is heartbreaking because St. Ambrose do not deserve a series to go down 3-0. They have played incredibly well this series, most of these games being within one, keeping it super close almost every single match. But unfortunately, they're just not able to come away with a win here in any of these games. Now, I'm not going to call this one early, though. They've got a minute left. They have had some very, very promising attacks here. They've just got to make one of them connect.
Absolutely. And you'd like to have seen a pass just a couple plays ago that came to the center, but just no one up attacking for St. Ambrose. They have to, right now with under a minute left, you have to send everything you can to try to get this goal.
Oh, and I think even beyond just a minute left, I think that's a big thing throughout the series, because if they go into this position again next game, it may not be a different result, or it may be the exact same thing depending on if CMU come away with a win here. But they've got to start playing the rotations where they take risks, not the double commit that we just see there out of Sloth and Ollie. But what I mean is that they need to have players on the defense, but have players that also charge against the ball, force these weird touches, force these misplays out of CMU. Otherwise, it's just a defensive game until an error comes, which is what we've seen thus far. CMU, they've done a good job of holding off this offense so far, but at the same time, many of their goals have come off defensive blunders from people off of St. Ambrose.
Absolutely, and it's just, I don't want to sound disappointed, but it's just, it breaks my heart to see that happen because there were so many opportunities, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the match as CMU takes down St. Ambrose University in quick fashion as they move up to 3-0 on this win, and they're going to move up to 3-1 on this season, well ahead of other teams in that playoff race.
I mean, that's just huge for them going into the rest of the season. At this point, they're not necessarily guaranteed a playoff spot, but they're pretty much close to that. And at that, they're going to have great idea of what seed they're going to get, what teams are going to be the lethal ones. Obviously, taking one loss in the season is huge because you know which team you have to be prepared for as you get into the postseason. So really a great game out of CMU, and also a great game out of St. Ambrose. They did the best that they could, especially in that last game, really showing a lot of their firepower there at the end. But unfortunately, just a little bit too late. CMU doing a good job throughout that whole game of keeping pressure, and really throughout the whole series.
Absolutely. And again, they had it's almost as frustrating as possible. They had so many opportunities where there could have been big plays, and big plays happen, but just not able to capitalize. It's an unfortunate turn of events. But again, if you can look at the bright side of anything, no one wants to look at the bright side of losing. That's like taking your cousin to prom. But you don't want to look at the bright side of it. But what you can do is it's 0-3, but there's still so many games left. First of all, it was a funny joke, Oliver, but you got to keep it together here, bud. It's 0-3 on the season. You still have an opportunity to come back and win some games and make the playoffs.
They absolutely do. There's plenty of time left here in this season. There's obviously a shot for every one of these teams here to make it through and really bring back their seasons. Like we said, St. Ambrose, they're still not down and out of this. Unfortunately, they dropped to 0-3, but they really do have a shot at keeping the rest of this season alive. So congratulations to CMU here today. It's unfortunate to see how St. Ambrose fall, but they did put up a really, really good match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best part is you can't hear our producer laughing, but you have to watch Oliver laugh and try not to laugh into the microphone, but you could see him anyway, so you know it was funny. Guys, Thank you to our partners, our friends at Helix Esports for all they do behind the scenes, able to allow me to tell these jokes live, which are funny. But guys, thank you to Helix Esports. We have a huge announcement with them coming very soon. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. And of course, thank you to everyone watching on ESTV. Again, that's ESTV, now available on Samsung TV Plus, the Roku channel, Vizio, plenty of options where you can check out esports action from around the globe, including the NECC on their platform. And of course, last but not least, I've got my 7.1s on right now. Our friends at HyperX, some of the best gear in gaming now comes to the NECC. Oliver, we have got to get you some new headsets over there. We're going to get you on set for sure.
I'd love it. HyperX has been such a great company for so long. We all know and love them. So I would be glad to take any of their products. I know they're going to be top quality. I know they're going to be great sound. So always happy to do that.
Absolutely. And the best thing, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're having a wonderful evening here watching some Rocket League action. But Oliver, the best thing for me, we're not done. We've got another match, folks, coming your way in about 15 to 20 minutes. You're going to want to stay here right here live on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/NECC_esports where you're watching. Because we are going to have, I mean, look, Howard Community College has a program that is really growing, is a up and coming program, and they're 1-2 on their season, but they face off against California State University, Dominguez Hills, and that team comes in at 3-2, have been a buzzsaw the last few weeks. It is going to be intense Rocket League action. And Howard Community College has won some games. So as we get ready for this next match, Oliver, we're just getting started for the evening.
Oh, absolutely. I think we've got a whole series ahead of us, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it go to 5 games. So biggest thing coming up here is really which team comes off to a strong start, but we're going to have to wait and see. That's all speculation right now.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, for our commissioner, Jacob Van Ryan, for our director of esports and executive producer, Caleb Glooby, in the background with us tonight, we thank them. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can see our ats right there. If you want to go follow Oliver, Bass from the Past, if you want to follow me at the Jaron Bell, please check us out. We'd love to see you in the chat sometime. Again, thank you to everyone in Twitch chat. You guys are awesome. We do see your comments. Thank you for all the love tonight. We appreciate that. And guys, don't go anywhere. For all of us here at the NECC, all the interns, all the staff, everyone here for the casters, my name is Jaron Bell. For Oliver Bass, Bass from the Past, and everyone else, we will see you in about 15 to 20 minutes for that next match between CSUDH and Howard Community College. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And until next time, if I don't see you, stay beautiful, stay blessed, GG's, and this is the NECC. We'll see you very soon.
feel like I fought all my life for this. This one part, this 1/3 I've always missed. No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me who ran away. Oh, I can't forget myself. The piece that I'm missing, it kills me inside. I need help, oh please give me back. This one part, this 1/3, I'm sorry I lost it. No, I let my weapons fall. I'm drowning in the fears, and now I know that I will fall again and let it go, but I can't stop to love. To love away. Run away.
like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I lay beside today, tonight, your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, cannot leave your aura. You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You have me like gravity. You just like it's like it's just like a magnet. confession that you're my obsession. You're pulsing through me. The blood is rushing and I am trusting you'll come save me. My knees are feeling weak. Your body's close to me. I want you to come rescue me. Won't you come and rescue me? My knees are feeling weak. Your body's close to me. I want you to come rescue me. So I said, no, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Wait a minute!
said, no, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you do that to me? I killed down low, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you do that to me? I killed down low, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
better grip right when you need it. This is the 2020 Nissan Altima with available intelligent all-wheel drive. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Know what season it is? Bathing suit season? No, handsome twin season. Handsome twins.
Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to our third game of this triple header here on Friday Night Live in the NECC. I am your host, Jaron Bell, and right below me, right down there in that video, I mean, honestly, too handsome. He was the 2019 best-looking man in Rocket League, and he's here tonight with us. Say hello to Oliver Bass. Bass from the past. What is up, my man?
Not too much, Jaron. I appreciate the compliment, my friend, although I think you've got me in contest right now, so I don't know. We might have to give me second placing you first. But that aside, however, I'm excited for this match we've got coming up. We've got two very competent teams about to play each other, and I'm extremely excited to see what type of series we have. I'm hoping we go best of 5, but, you know, go to 5 games in the best of 5, but you never know. We will see.
Yeah, absolutely. The only contest I won was the pound for pound best caster in college esports. Sorry. Hey, sometimes a boy be hefty and like pizza. But what I'm saying is we do have a fantastic matchup as CSUDH, California State University, Dominguez Hills. That's a mouthful, just like pizza. But and facing off against Howard Community College. It is going to be a fantastic matchup. CSUDH comes in at 3-2. I will have my producer check something because I have Howard Community College at 1-2, but on the record it looks at 4-1. So he will check that for me just to make sure I have the right record for sure. But this is going to be a fantastic matchup. Before we get into it, we want to remind you that you can follow us on social media at NECC Games. Again, that's NECC Games on Twitter and Instagram, where we provide live updates, game information, and giveaways on our stream. You're going to want to check that out. It's going to be a fantastic matchup. And listen, it's going to be a fantastic matchup tonight. What are you looking for? Absolutely. They are Howard Community College 2 is 1-3 on the season. Correct me if I'm right. So they have a big task ahead of them, as the CS UDH team is 3-2 on the season. Oliver, what are we going to see maybe from the underdogs tonight?
I think a big thing, and we've said this pretty much every single series here, Rocket League is a game of momentum. Coming out the first game, being strong, ignoring the nerves of a best-of-5 series that could go the distance, ignoring all of the pressure around you, and just coming in head forward, clean challenges, rotating as a cohesive unit. It's all about how you show yourself the first game, because really, that's how the team's going to play against you. If Howard comes out here and the first thing that they do is play a little bit lackadaisical and give time to CSU to start and create an offense there, that's what CSU is going to do. So a big thing for Howard coming out here is they've got to play well, and they've got to keep their opponents uncomfortable if they want to have a good series. So to both teams, I wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely. It is going to be a fantastic matchup. I cannot wait. And we're pretty close. We're getting people in chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. So as we look behind the scenes, we are so close to having live collegiate esports action. We had a fantastic matchup earlier tonight as Kansas Wesleyan took a 3-0 victory over NTC, and then another big 3-0 victory for CMU, Central Methodist University, over St. Ambrose University. A bunch of 3-0s tonight. I have the hiccups, so you're going to have to take over, but a bunch of 3-0 victories. Do you think we'll see one here tonight?
Well, I mean, the Rocket League fan inside of me wants to say no. The crazy thing about it is, though, every time I've seen these 3-0 sweeps start coming up, it seems like it becomes a trend. So we have a potential here. I'd like to say no. Like we said, both of these teams have managed to get wins on the season. They've been competitive teams the whole season, so they've absolutely got the opportunity to avoid that. But for some reason, the winds are blowing, and they're blowing for 3-0 sweeps pretty much every single time so far. So hopefully not, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. We are going to get into some live action. Yes, we're ready. And our producer asking us, sending ours in the chat. Guys, we are going to have some Rocket League action right here live. Again, thank you for following us on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/NECC_esports. We appreciate you being here. And of course, thank you to our friends watching live on ESTV, now available on Samsung TV Plus, the Roku channel, Vizio, plenty of options where you can download that app and watch esports action from around the globe on our platform. And ladies and gentlemen, in the blue will be the Toros. CS UDH, the Toros will be in blue, and Howard Community College, the Dragons will be in orange, and we have kickoff on Friday Night Live in the NECC.
And already we're starting to see the high-pace action pop off immediately. Both teams, flying through, but it's going to be Alistair with the first goal of the game. CSU off to a strong start.
And Dominguez Hill, that is what we expected of them. They are fantastic. They are a good team. And they're flying through, fruit flying in the air after the goal. 1-0 for the Toros.
Quick start for sure, and this is, unfortunately, this is the opposite of what I was saying was going to be crucial here for everyone off of Howard to start this game. 2 goals now down within 15 seconds, and this is the last place you want to be if you're Howard Community College.
And what a move right there by, let's call that, are we going to call that Alistair? All-star, what are we going to call that? But fantastic goal. I mean, single play, gets up in the air off the kickoff and makes a massive play. It could be another opportunity right here.
And they're already on their defensive heel pretty much this entire game. You see the hesitation coming out there, and that's going to kill them the rest of the series if that continues here. You got to play as a cohesive unit. We've mentioned it many times here today, and I'm going to continue to sing the praises of teams that do so. So right now, it's really not necessarily looking like there's a lot of momentum going towards everyone off ACC, but there's plenty of time left in this game. The crazy part is 2 goals were scored within the first 30 seconds, so there really is a lot of back and forth that's going to happen throughout this series and plenty of time to do so.
Absolutely. The ball played to the end. Maybe an opportunity here, but again, a little bit of overcommit. Looks like Navy is back there. But here's a shot on goal. It's not followed up, but right now, if you're HCC, you've got to get this ball out of your own end.
You got to be quick with the ball is the biggest thing about it, is making sure that you have these exact touches. Right now, the rotations as well as the touches just looked a little bit panicked. It doesn't look like both teams really have the precise touches that they're looking for. I think CSU has managed to do it a little bit more, but for HCC, for sure, they definitely have not had the touches that they're looking for. It's more or less, can we touch the ball? Can we try and, break up the momentum of the other team? But in doing so, it just shows the panic that's happening on your defense here. CSU taking full advantage of it. Oh, maybe not. A little bit of a mix-up in the corner. What happened there?
It looked like there was a redirect and maybe a missed double commit right there by that team. Center to the middle, and Milkman just flies through, says it's delivery time, and puts the Terry in the bottom of the right. It's a massive goal, 2-1.
That's huge for the momentum. Just the minute that I'm mentioning how much I think that CSU had a solid defense, now you're starting to see some panic out of them. The double commit in the corner after a little bit of hesitation off of Alistair. And you got to wonder what's going to happen the rest of this game if both teams start to just panic throughout it. I mentioned how much confidence is a huge part of this game, and it's really looking like it's going to be a huge part of this series overall.
Well, and you would think for HCC to, as the ball comes across, not able to get up in the air. First of all, Bum Tickly. That's actually my girlfriend's nickname for me. So it's funny, but what a goal that is put in the center of the net. That is fantastic. What a play.
Not bad out of them. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a mistouch off of, I believe it was MZ for everyone off of Howard. But regardless, they've still got time in this game. Again, the small mistouches and the small misplays are probably going to become far and few throughout this series. Ooh, and a nice fake out from Navy to get in his first shot of the game. Watch this back and notice how he hesitates on shooting this down initially. Waits for Alistair to drop low, and then he shoots it. Nice shot out of Navy for sure.
And how about the Dragons here? The Dragons here, this would be one of the biggest upsets in NECC history so far. And right now, they're playing. This is a 3-2 game, and they've scored really well.
You also have to remember that technically this is, I was going to say 2-1 in shots after the first two coming through, but now it's 2-2. So a little bit back to where the first 30 seconds do count now.
Man, and you know what? You just hate to see it. What a play right there, but just so many opportunities. And again, you're playing. Let's see how this plays out, but I'll ask you a question here shortly. But let's see how this ball plays out as it's in their end. Here's a shot on goal! Another goal! Now, listen, Oliver, they have a chance to tie this. There are mistakes being made by this Toros team. They have to continue to capitalize and not give an easy goal. They give up an easy goal after every time they score.
This is the most game one of a best-of-5 series I've seen probably so far in the NECC. Both teams don't necessarily look like they're playing at their top performance. I believe both of them absolutely can play to a higher level than this. Right now, it just looks like, both teams are a little bit nervous here in the first game as Milkman takes a light shot on net, but that's sort of what I mean. If you get into the second or third game, the same shot comes out, but it's a banger of a shot instead. Same with that one right there from Milkman. I mean, this is just going to be a series that I can feel it's going to go pretty far into it, and it's going to take both teams getting adjusted to how they play before we really see the full potential of either squad.
Navy all by himself, 2v1 situation, able to make the save, but the ball is played to the center of the net, and it goes in the top. Bum Tickly. Man, do a little dance, make a little love, get down in the top of the net tonight. Wow, what a goal.
Honestly, just such a well-played pass out of everybody in there. Immediately, you have Pim popping that out to the middle where Alistair can pop that one high, and then Bum's going to be able to finish that one off. It was just a well-played play from everyone on the team, and really, that's going to be key here. If both teams can start to play cohesively, that wasn't so cohesive as Pim takes it away from his teammate. But regardless, that's going to be a huge part of this game. We mention it all the time. The biggest thing separating a 1900 team from a 2000 team and a 2000 team from a pro team is when these teams start to communicate effectively and use everyone else on the field. Rocket League's a lot about trust. If you can trust that your teammates are going to be there to back you up after you mess up a play, it is everything. And Alistair absolutely backing up there.
Well, and listen, if you look at the plays, one thing I don't want to I don't want to pass over is the simple fact that, yes, they're up 6-3 right here, but we are seeing a lot of mistakes by this Toro team, a lot of teammates running into each other, a lot of double commitments. this team just not able to respond. This Howard Community College 2 team, but they do respond and they put another goal in the net.
I mean, for the biggest part of this game, these shots have been so pretty. We've seen a million shots so far in this game that have been really, really nice. But the main thing we have not seen so far has been a lot of defense. We had, I believe it was, the 1 save for everyone off of CSU, 2 saves coming out for Howard here. But for the most part, this has been an offense-based game. And all that starts to work. The minute one of these 2 teams starts buckling down on their defense is the minute that team takes the series.
100%, I agree with you. But the ball played to the other end. I mean, this is impressive. And honestly, look, they come in. Here's a shot on goal. Oh, it's saved. But a redirect. It's a goal. Are you kidding me? The Milkman puts it in the corner of the net. 6-5 with a minute left.
What a heads-up play. Milk realizes that he might need to rotate out of there, but instead of doing that, he sees the shot not quite going on target, backs that one into the goal. Perfect heads-up play there. And again, we're still seeing a series of just offense versus offense right now.
I'm telling you what, if this game gets and how does it happen? It makes me want Oliver. There's a good thing there's not a controller near me because I would have snapped it in half. So many opportunities. They are playing with a team that is on paper better than them, and they're making mistakes and opportunities and playing above their means. Here's a shot on goal. Oh, almost a kickoff goal there.
It's just ridiculous how much this has been an offense-based game to get you guys to understand exactly how incredibly offensive this has been. By the last minute of this game, so 4 minutes in, we had 12 goals on. That is 3 goals per minute. We don't see a lot of games where we even see 3 goals total. So it's kind of crazy how much both of these teams have come out here playing offense fully here. And I think the next game, we're going to see a little bit of a difference on the defense here. Both teams are going to probably come in a little bit more reserved. Oh, but there's no reservation at Alistair there. Breaks down the whole defense and dribbles it from one end of the court to the other.
Wow, what a play. And watch this. Beats 1 man, beats 2 man. The other one can't get there. Navy not able to get back, and Alistair just does it all by himself. What a goal.
Just incredible how much these teams have managed to just play their offense to the fullest peak. So again, going into this next series, I don't know about you, Jaron, but I think the number one thing we're going to need to see is which team is going to focus on defense first. Which team is going to start playing a rotation that benefits their defense more, because whichever team does it first, I continue to say they will have the series here.
Absolutely. And I mean, let's see how the end of this match goes. Right now you just want to get out of here, not giving up another goal. Ball play to the end. And that should be the game. Popped up to the center, maybe a chance. Should kill the ball here, and that'll do it. And listen, that's a 1-goal advantage. But one of the things that I want to talk about here in this break before we get into the next game, I'm trying to come about this, Oliver, the best way I can without sounding like I'm skewed on it. Howard Community College, this team too, they come in here, that let's just be realistic. You know that you're coming into a match where you're playing a team 1. You're not on paper supposed to beat this team, right? They come in at 3-2, you come in at 1-3. You're not supposed to beat them. But they continue to make mistakes, and you are playing out of your mind, above your level. You score these goals, but Oliver, every chance they score a goal, they turn around and make a off the kickoff mistake and allow a goal. Maybe it's not right off the kickoff, but what can they do? Because I think they have a chance to make an upset here.
I mean, I'll keep preaching it. Defense, defense, defense. Defense wins these games if you're able to have an effective offense to back it up. And that's a huge thing about what we're going to see here, is whether or not these teams, like we had seen previously, can not only play a solid defense, but then transition that into a solid offense. Both teams came out of that game with about the same amount of shots and about the same amount of saves, but the big thing about it was who was making the most of their opportunities. So when you get off your own half, when you make a save and then get off your own half and transition that into a goal, you have to be effective every time here. And as we get underway off the kickoff for game 2 here, we got to see which team comes out the gate firing immediately, because last game it was extremely influential, and here I don't expect any less.
Absolutely. And again, let's imagine if this Dragons team could have played a little more defense, this game would have been a lot more close. And it's just some small mistakes. The triple commit here, they need to kind of rotate.
They've already got me nervous here as this one just flies around the pitch into the corner. This is definitely a very chaotic game, to put it simply. I think that both teams are starting to get a little bit more comfortable, but I would imagine by game 3 or 4 is really where we're going to see both of these teams start to pop off to the highest potential. Ooh, although Bumtickly going to do as much as he can here in this game. Game 2, he's going to show why he's got some offensive prowess as well.
And the ball is, and it's just, it's an overcommit by the Dragons defense. They overcommit in the left corner of the net. They don't have to do that. One can stay back post. They don't do it, and it's a goal given up.
Although I think we're about to have an even scoreline here, and that we will. MZ comes through with that one, and that was definitely not what they were expecting there. Another kickoff goal, though. You've mentioned it once. We'll mention it again. Kickoff goal is the name of the game here right now.
Well, and there's just so many mistakes. One of these teams has to step up. And right now, I'm not rooting against anyone, but I would love to see this Dragons team, the heavy underdog, push this to a multiple game series.
Oh, I'd love to see it. I think one of the biggest things here is going to be how this team really, I guess both teams here, respond after having a little bit of time to warm up and see the other team, because whichever team takes the victory here, whether or not, if this becomes a 2-0 series, you're at the potential of a sweep, and then it becomes a very nervous series for everybody off of Howard. However, if Howard take this one here, they've switched all momentum. And when you switch all momentum like that, it can really be influential in a series, especially when both teams are not necessarily performing to their top level. I definitely, like we both said, we know both of these teams have the capability. Right now, they just look like they're making small mistakes, and it's leading to bigger holes in their defense and offense.
And MZ has to get back here because it's a 1-on-2 situation, but not able to play everyone on the ball. Milkman trying everything he can. Opportunity to the middle, it's a goal! What a shot! The Milkman is just better on that rotation. He takes it, look at him, jump, dive, dodge, dip, duck, dive, as a wise man once said, and puts it in the bottom of the net. 2-1, Howard Community College. Wow.
And it looks like these teams are starting to break down. I don't know if you caught that on that initial shot. Bumtickly dived in and I believe it saved that goal against Howard Community. So right now, this is starting to break down for everyone off of CSU. And if you're Howard Community College, you're going ecstatic right now. You're seeing the players fight with each other in chat. Oh wait, maybe not. There goes all that momentum. Never mind. Bumtickly just proves why he is an essential part of this offense all over again.
I mean, my gosh, I am, Oliver, I can't. You say something. You say something.
It's just heartbreaking. It's unfortunate. We really, I think, as much as I'm trying to stay unbiased here in the booth, and I'd like to see, both teams play to their highest level, there's a little part of me that's wanting this to go to a game 3, 4, and 5. Or, well, I guess we're going to go to game 3 no matter what, but 4 and 5 is where I'd like to go. So I'm a little bit rooting for Howard right now, as they do seem like the heavy underdogs here. But it just, every time that they're able to make an advantage, CSU, DH just coming out immediately. Oh, wait, yes, speaking of which, coming out immediately with another great goal. These guys continue to impress. Their offense has just been so coordinated.
Well, and you have to give it to Milkman. He is carrying this team right now and really took them and put them in it. But, I mean, but you have to give it to the Bulls. The Bulls the Toros, CSUDH, able to make some things happen. So let's just see if they can continue, because here's a massive shot. The double commit happens once again, and it just breaks my heart because this should not be a 4-2 matchup. And listen, Oliver, one of the things I want to point out, if you're CSUDH, you may be up 4-2 right now, but you have let a team that you should have ran away from stay really close to you, and that's the things you're going to have to work on as we go through this season.
It continues to seem like both of these teams are just trying to dive for everything. You see MZ diving for that one, but right behind him is Milkman. Meanwhile, both Alistair and Pimp are diving on that ball. It really both wait, what? How does MZ go away from the goal there?
Wow, and MZ, it's like he said, you know what? The casters don't know what the heck they're talking about. Let me put this in the bottom of the net and make this 4-3. This Howard Community College 2 team is playing out of their mind right now.
It's just, it's chaotic. Both teams really, you see how Milkman's diving up from the back there. That is the last position he should be in here. Both of these teams need to focus on playing defense, and I continue saying it, but really, whichever one of these teams locks down a defensive rotation first, as you see two players off of CSU commit at the same time, they're going to be the one to be successful here. It really does look like both teams are just super nervous, to put it simply.
Yeah, a lot of double commits, and you hate to see it, but I mean, oh no. Ugh, sorry, that got intense. I didn't even say nothing. I was watching the game. Sit to the center.
Sometimes it just gets so nervous that everybody, including the casters, are sitting there with their hands clamped, tense as all heck, just waiting for something to drop. And that really has been the theme of this game, is just tense back and forth the whole time.
Absolutely. And let's see, MZ going to try to push this ball up, push it to McMahon. Great flick by Milkman right there, but no one there to follow up with him.
Oh my word. I don't know about you, but I'm restless in my chair right now. Every time I see a double commit or someone miss the ball, my entire body just has like a reaction of spasms where it just goes absolutely apoplectic.
There's an option!
Oh my word. Over and over again, these teams continue to try and throw themselves at the ball and figure out an effective strategy on offense, but really the big difference between, the two of them right now has been the offense of CSU just executing perfectly, and really, you hate to see the double commit like that. The crash into each other is just not what you want to see.
And the Howard Community College 2 team, the Dragons, they're doing it to themselves, and it's tough because they have been able to prove that they can play with this team. Just too many mistakes as we see players on top of each other.
It's just, unfortunately, the biggest thing about whenever you see a team that's obviously winning off of mistakes or losing off of mistakes or et cetera, is that the most painful part is that this could all be switched up if they just started, focusing on making sure to have precise touches, work on the rotations. Just the small things are the biggest holes in this game. It very much does not seem like one of the two teams here is absolutely running away with it, like you said. It just seems like both teams are leaving small mistakes, and those small mistakes lead to bigger goals, just like we saw there. Again, Navy able to pop this one through because you get the miss out of MZ, which throws off the team. Then Alistair dives on this one well before, and there's no one behind him. So unfortunately, that's just kind of what this series has been so far, has been a lot of random chaos and teams trying to figure out where the path through is within said chaos.
Absolutely. And no way! It's a goal off the kickoff, and it's tied 5-5. Oliver, are you in the same stratosphere as me right now? Because, oh my goodness!
Throw everything I just said away. Apparently the double commit is perfect. If you double commit off a kickoff, you'll get pinch goals straight on in. I don't know what to say there. I honestly, my mind is baffled at the series we've had going on now. This is by far the most chaotic. It's the most chatty we've seen in the team. Away.
With no time on the clock, Alistair puts it in, and the Toros, California State Dominguez Hill, wins the second game with no time on the clock. This is the NECC. My goodness. I knocked my camera off my desk, man. Whoa.
I got nothing. I don't know what to say there. Honestly, that is probably the most impressive goal we've seen all season for a number of reasons. For the fact that he was able to read the bounce off the post like that, get it in, and the fact that it was 0 seconds. But honestly, the very first thing I thought there the whole time, and the saddest thing, Howard, MZ, if you had not touched that ball, that was hitting the ground and we go to overtime. Unfortunately, that bounce out to the post is just, so unlucky.
My goodness, somebody in the chat said, you got me sweating. Are you kidding me? I am like a big boy at a buffet. My blood pressure is through the roof right now. My goodness, what a match we've seen. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get too excited, and I'm not trying to get too pumped. And I know that this is unprofessional to have my hands on top of my head casting, but Oliver, if this Dragons team, if we could stop double committing, this team I think they win both the first two games.
I mean, And I can't disagree with you. The issue is that who knows if CSU had not double committed and had the same errors, they could have been dominated in this series. Right now, this is, I said it once, I will say it again. This is by far the most chaotic series we've had so far this season. And as we get underway to the third game here, I mean, really, this is anyone's game right now. Despite being a 2-0 deficit, I could see this game going either way.
We just said, someone in chat said that HCC Team 2 is the third imposter. And right now, they look like they're playing. That is an awesome commentary. No flick there as MZ tries to block it. They do get the save. Bum Tickly going to send it to the middle. MZ drops it down. Ball sent into the corner. And I'm telling you what, if this gets too more intense, I'm going to come out of my chair, Oliver.
Oh my word! The one caster I always question about that move, Dazrin in the last was RLCS. He stood up for the entirety of his casting, and I really sat there going, "Why would you ever do that?" I get it now. I totally get it. I don't know if I can contain myself to this chair right now. This has just been so fast paced and back and forth. I mean, there's not much more we can add to at this point. Oh my word. I thought that was an own goal. I thought we saw an own goal. I mean, really, with this series, who knows what you're going to see? It's been so all over the place right now. An own goal would really not be out of the question for me right now.
Oh, and it was played to the middle so perfectly. It just off to the right side of the net. And now a bit of a double commit by the Toros here, and it leaves some space. Let's see if Milkman can copy. Oh, and he just doesn't get the touch and doesn't get the bounce. But MZ is right there, plays it back in. Milkman again. This Toros team, a double commit once again, and all three players are on the... Oh my goodness, this is just... there's a lot going on.
I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily a direct reaction to what happened the last... Okay, we'll go into that comment in a second. Let's just watch this one back in awe.
Watch this. He plays it up. Bum Tickly hits it up. Maybe not going to win the 50-50, and it gets pushed down, and Alistair is right there, puts it, looks like a fruit ninja as he slices through the defense.
And I was just about to compliment the defense of Howard Community College here. Unfortunately, Caster Curse coming out before I can even get the words out, but you can see how they're playing back a lot now. You've got MZ on the other half of the field waiting for that, and this is something I've waited for the entire series, is waiting for these defensive rotations to start popping out. And although they're down 1-0 right now, this is what I want to see out of Howard here. If they, well, maybe not that. That might not be exactly what I want. But if they can try and play a little more reserved, they have a shot here. They absolutely do.
Absolutely. And just like that, it's a 2-0 advantage. And chat, you are right. Oliver Bass is the imposter. I saw him in medical. He did not do his objective. And it was him. It was him. And speaking of being him, let's see if Milkman can try to turn this team around like he has done in the last two games.
I'm excited to see what we see out of the rest of this game. I honestly, third imposter pick for me right now, I have absolutely no idea. This has just been such a chaotic back and forth series that at any moment you could really point out to a player and try and make that accusation. But, we know for certain Alistair is a crewmate, as he has been helping his team out as best possible in every instance. Another fantastic shot out of him.
Look, someone in chat said, I swear I saw Oliver vented. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot imagine the people that are watching this game going, what in the world are they talking about? So here's a play back to the center. MZ going to try to get over, hit it off to the side. Oh, and no one able to touch the ball. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? How about that? That is a highlight. Watch this. Gets it, double tap in between Navy. His teammate almost knocks it out. Drops it in the bottom of the net. That might have been the best looking goal of the day.
Oh my word, this is just back and forth we go with really just the amount of like who has the momentum here, but yet somehow you look up and blink and miss it. It's 4-0 now. CSU have absolutely ran away with this. Dominguez Hill, I mean, they've just, oh my word.
It's
another
5-0.
goal has come through for them, and it's 5-0 now. I mean, realistically, Jaron, do you think Howard have a shot to come back in these 2 minutes?
Look, realistically, I think I could run a marathon, and neither one of those things are going to happen today.
I mean, it's so heartbreaking. I called it before going into the series, and I was hoping I was wrong. When the tides turn to 3-0 sweeps, you tend to see the 3-0 sweeps continue throughout the day. The third one in a row lining up here. And again, this is just another game that really could have been so close. We both mentioned it. If the double commits didn't come out, if the defense had played a little bit more solidly, this absolutely could have been a series that goes to a best of 5. But instead, here we sit with, oh wait, maybe a bit of a chance. 4 goals down with a minute and a half left, and a nice goal out of Navy might turn the tide.
Listen, I don't want to be that guy, but I think it is a little bit too late, and just a little too late, because right now. But listen, if you're this Howard Dragons team too, well, hold on.
Oh,
that hurts.
That hurts to see. That was the shot. I could hear it in your voice. You wanted that in as much as everyone off the team wanted that one in. We just wanted to see, oh no, this go to another game. But immediately that 5-goal lead is back up.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, this team, if you are this I'm going to do that after the game. Never mind. I'm going to do that commentary after the game. But, I mean, you just got to right now. You got to try to put some goals in the net. You don't want to get Braziled here. You know, you just want to try to put it together and try to get this a win.
Yeah, it's this game, I mean, unfortunately, this is all but over, really. I mean, I'd like to say otherwise and say that they can score 5 goals within a minute, but it just doesn't seem to have the same firepower as the first game. If you had given me the team from the first game for Howard Community College here, I think they definitely would have had a shot, but unfortunately, the fire has kind of come out. These explosive goals we saw at the beginning of the series have transitioned into a bit of a more hesitant defense, but still that defense with the unfortunate amount of double commits they've had, they just have not been able to make it work at the perfect time. So 40 seconds now, another missed opportunity on goal, and I think this could be a goal for CSU if they do this right. Yes, it will be. Alistair. How did Alistair come away with a goal there?
No, I don't know. Maybe a drop touch. Let's see it in the replay. Ball comes to the center. MZ tries to hide it off. Oh, just a bottom tire. Bum Tickley is not too tickled about the fact that goal was robbed from him. I can tell you that much right now.
And the Brazil comes out. It's this is, I would say, a poetic way for CSU to end this. We mentioned how they were the favorites on paper. Before this, the series had been really close, but this game specifically, they have shown why they are the team to beat here and why they're a solid squad all around, even breaking the Brazil and going to a 7-goal lead at 8-1. I mean, this has been a heck of a performance the final game here for everyone off of CSU DH.
It has been. And listen, it is what we thought they were, right? They showed up in this final game and played the way we assumed they would as they came into the game 3-2 in the season, but shot up in the air. I mean, look, this game all but over, but we have a lot to talk about, Oliver, in our post-game matchup for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've used this so many times here in this. We've used this so many times here. I would not even say just for the series, but overall, heartbreaking defeat here for Howard Community College. We would have loved to seen this go farther, but heartbreaking that they had to be eliminated at 3-0 here in a very tough final game.
I want to give a big shout out to them because they absolutely made my job as having to edit a highlight reel of tonight's matchup. They made it really easy because this was fast-paced action. I mean, wow, what a match we just saw. It's almost hard to think about. Oliver, I mean, this was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a great series to watch. I'll say this much. I haven't had my jaw drop to the floor as many times ever during the NECC as just in that series alone. I mean, over and over again, we saw shots come out of nowhere we would never expect. We saw defensive blunders that made us question what we were watching. I mean, it was just all over the place from both teams. I will say this much. I mentioned how the first team to really lock down their defense and lock down rotation specifically was going to run away. CSU did that third game. They started the rotations really solidly. They did not let a lot of shots go on net. They had 4 total shots against them from everyone off of Howard Community College. Meanwhile, on the other end, they're letting off 13. So they had a great job there of continually playing with a good rotation. And I just kind of wish we had seen that the first and second game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, here's something that I want to say, and I want to say this directly to this Howard Community College team too. Listen, you came out tonight and you showed so much heart that it was unbelievable. You fought back against a team that a lot of people thought would beat you heavily, right? You came out as a team 2, as a new team that you've been put together, and you were impressive. Milkman played out of his mind. Opportunities. Listen, you have the opportunity to win matches in this division. In this second division, you have opportunities to win matches down here. There are so many little things. Oliver, I think that you'll back me up on this, but for these guys, stopping double commitments, a little bit more communication, you win, you upset this team tonight. And on the flip side of that, and I want your response here, Oliver, but on the flip side of that, for you, the CSUDH team, for the Toros, you guys, this is not the way that you played tonight. You came out with a win and you came out with a 3-0. But I assure you, there were some mistakes that were made that will not fly against some other teams in this division. Other teams in this division will come out and turn around and punch you right back in your mouth and make you walk out of here with the defeat. So a lot of things to work on for both sides. I mean, Oliver, I don't mean to ramble there a little bit, but I mean, this was intense action, and you'd love to root for the underdog, but a lot of things going on here.
Oh, absolutely. Everything you said was 100% accurate. I mean, the biggest thing is coming in for both of these teams is that we knew the whole series up until I would say the third game where CSU played that there was potential for either of these teams to go above and beyond what they were at. And a huge thing going into these series is working on your communication. For every team that I've played on Rocket League, it has never been the most skilled players that do the best. I have had players from my stream who are top 100, who are top players well above 2,000 who are like, hey, you want to play for a day? And I don't play well with them because they just don't communicate or they don't click with me. It's about making sure that your team clicks as a unit. The simple call out of I've got it, you can back off, something like that goes a huge way in letting your teammate know that not only do they not have to waste boost going for that ball, but they can actually reposition themselves to get ready in case either A, you miss, B, the 50 goes weirdly, or C, you actually do get the touch you're looking for, and then they can run with the offense. It's a huge difference when teams are able to communicate like that, and it's what separates really, really good really successful teams from teams that are skilled but just don't have the records to show for it. There are teams at 1,600 who can take down teams at 1,800 to 2,000 if they've got the right communication. It's a huge, huge part of the game. And like you said, the double commits, it's all stemming from that. And that's a whole part of communication. It's incredible, like how differential that is.
And for Howard, I think that's something what you just said could not be more true and more important. And the simple fact is both these teams had moments where they played it off, communicated, rotated right, passed the ball, scored goals. Both these teams did it, but we have to get it on a more consistent basis for both of these teams to be successful moving forward.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest things is about consistency as a team. You can be good one week and then show up the next week. That doesn't make you a good team. That makes you a team that had a good showing. It's a very different thing. You need to be every single week ready to play as if it is all on the line because every one of these games counts so much, not even if just for the win, but for how you get seeded into the playoffs, for how you show yourselves against other teams, for how they approach you going into your matchup, whether they take you seriously as a team or they take you as another team that they've got all the confidence in the world to just wipe off the board. So sure. It's huge. It's confidence plus communication are two of the biggest things in Rocket League, and I cannot overstate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. And again, guys, I want to say something to you guys in the chat tonight, man. Poggers to you guys, man. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been amazing tonight. You've been responsive, talking to us. I love it. It was really fun tonight being able to watch the chat. We're so grateful. If you haven't, if you're brand new, if you're just checking out the stream, please do us a favor. Hit that follow button. Make sure that you get notifications that when we go live. We appreciate you very much for being here. We want to say thank you to our partners. Thank you to our friends at Helix Esports for all that they do behind the scenes. Stay tuned on our social media for a big, big announcement coming with Helix Esports very soon. Of course, you might be watching live right now on ESTV. That's ESTV, now available on Samsung TV Plus, the Roku channel, Vizio. There's plenty of ways that you can get the app to catch esports action, including the NECC, around the clock on their platform. And of course, last but not least, our newest partner, and we are so happy to have them. Thank you to our friends at HyperX. Some of the best gear in gaming now comes to the NECC. We appreciate you guys for being here tonight. And Oliver, What a matchup we saw. I know we saw a couple 3-0s tonight, but it was a good time, and I cannot wait to continue to get to cast with you as we move forward and get ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely. I think we've got a lot of good games up ahead of us, and I just want to thank you guys for coming through. Thank Jaron for casting with me today. Shout out to everybody else as a part of our organization. Shout out to our director of esports, Caleb Glooby, as well as Jacob Van Ryan, I believe he's the director, the commissioner of the league. I was going to say league director, but no, league commissioner. So thank you to the both of them for supporting us behind the scenes. We appreciate all that you guys do for the community. So yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely, man. More than happy to have you. More than happy to have you. A lot of people, a lot of gloobies in the chat. So we got to love it. Until next time. By the way, that's what you should name your fan base, the gloobies. I love it. Done, signed, sealed, delivered. That's what it's called. Until next time, my name is Jaron Bell. And first of all, I can't say that on stream. For everyone behind the scenes, for Oliver Bass, everyone else, make sure you go check us out. I'm on Twitch as well, at the Jaron Bell. Go check us out. I ain't got no followers. Come help me out. I'm on Facebook. But until next time, my name is Jaron Bell. That's Oliver Bass. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. GGs, and welcome to the NECC. We'll see you guys next time. Love y'all. Bye.